All right, Virgo. Kind of trying to get rid of all this mess I made. Okay, all this mess I made. All this mess I made. Okay, so fast forwarding something, when it starts to sound like that. Also, that's like that's alien chatter. Alien chatter. All right, like this is crazy. What am I fucking listening to? What the fuck am I listening to? Like little, I feel like someone's having like little information drop into somebody's head, and it literally sounds like dosage of information, just dose and dose and dosage of information. Where the fuck is this shit coming from? So again, I get the letter, and then I have the cross. Someone's like, if religion is real, how come I keep getting downloads about aliens? And how much is religion tied into alienology? Um, okay, someone's trying to read the Bible too. Someone's studying the Bible right here. But I feel like someone's coming across a creature or something like that. Someone even tries to like bust out the cross and be like, "Oh, I send you back. I send you back." Also, someone could be taking shrooms or something like that, psychedelics. Someone could also be up in the mountain. And then there's the anchor. I believe I had talked about a story before, something that I saw on TikTok about how okay, you do know that if you ever get lost in the forest, they say that the trees always look endless. It always looks the same, and being out in the woods and stuff can make you go crazy. If you're lost out there, it can make you go insane. I also feel like these downloads are hella insane. They're insane. Like, who thinks like this? And why am I getting these downloads? And I feel like the downloads, they go like that, and that makes somebody question their religion or something like that, because why can I hear and why can I understand a certain language, and it's like an alien language, it's a foreign language. I don't, how do I know how to speak? Also, someone is got taught how to speak in tongues. This also could be like a monk in the Himalayas or something like that. They speak a certain language. They hum everything over and over again. Also, someone has the gift of speaking in tongues. And how do they know how to speak in tongues? They don't. They just start to speak in tongues. Where does this come from? Someone is saying this through religion, their faith. Another person like, no, this is alien talk. This is alienology. This is, I'm an alienagist. I don't know. An alienagist? Whatever. I felt like I was in a trance, to be honest with you. Like, how do you know these certain words? I get in a trance, and I'm able to decode things. Somebody's brain does that, and then they're able to translate whatever they just heard and comprehend it. I feel like also dogs, the sense of dogs, and I think it was China. I don't know if it's China or Japan. One of these Asians, and I mean that with all due respect, are coming out with these projects where they're converting humans with half humans, half animals, and that is something that a certain hybrid is thinking. I could understand, like, if it was a half human and half dog. Dogs still understand our language. You know that, right? You know that, right? Do you know there's dogs that only speak Spanish? Their owners only talk to them in Spanish, so they only understand the commands in Spanish. It's the same thing. Some dogs are raised English. They only understand English. But if they're having these experiments where it's half man, half dog, the way that this person learns a certain translation, that's how their brain works. Like a bunch of downloads, and then it registers it to be able to comprehend the commands that are coming. Would they be born with all the qualities of a dog and all the best qualities of a human when we're going through this human trial, whatever, hybrid trial? And like I said, would that make them aliens? Although they're from here, they're not out of Earth. But there's something special about them because they can understand. I feel like this certain hybrid type of dog, human, or whatever, it can communicate with certain aliens. I think it has some kind of sensory gland or something like that that can be, they can, but they also have some like down effects. The dog being too obedient, but it's a human. It should already know that, like, we're confusing this animal. And they see a whole world of people that ain't like them. And not everybody's gonna get they're not gonna like this type of shit. They just don't. But they say that in the future, to progress and stuff like that, that's how it starts. Aliens, they're not like humans. They don't carry the same vitality source like blood that helps them live. They have different, their bodies are ran differently. Some of them are like, have certain metals that are produced from eating certain things. Are you in the lab or something like that? Didn't they tell you you're not supposed to be watching things that can predict your future, because then they could probably predict the things that you're looking at through your eyes. Also, dogs have that kind of ability that they can pick up the scent of where you've been. The wealthy man. Also, you would think that these people are like creating hybrids with dogs that they will have the best qualities, and then you fuck around and find out the science doesn't work the way you want it to work. It will work the way it feels like it should. And we start having little animals like that. We start seeing animals like that. We start seeing animals like that. These animals are fighting right there. And then there's us, humans. Hold on. Then we start having dogs like this. The dog in them. Hold on. The dog. The dog. That's what happens when you start messing with these dogs like that. You're thinking you're gonna have like a killer project, and those are the dogs, the hybrids that you created. A lazy dog, a dog that's just eating hot Cheetos all motherfucking day, watching TV all fucking day. I was lucky. Who are you in your past life? I was lucky. I was half dog, half human. And you know, in Egypt, we see these pictures, right, of these dogs with the top half of their body, a dog, and the lower half of their body as a human. And they say that back in the day when they were like creating all this, we were actually living in a very futuristic world where everything existed, Wi-Fi existed, all that, except after, you know, there's a big destruction, certain things like that cannot survive it. The only thing that can survive is the things that are set in stone. And some of the things that are set in stone It's a half dog and a half human.